This is the Analysis in Chains with Nathan Williams and Neil Kieran.
Welcome to Analysis in Chains. I'm Nathan Williams. Joining me today is Martin Gauer.
Hello.
He is the founder of Phrasekeeper. Hi, Martin. Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for having me.
It was just kind of fun. I found Martin online after seeing an ad for Phrasekeeper. I might have been on Facebook. I don't even quite remember. And then I found that, we had some people in common. So I just reached out and said, hey, it would be cool to have you on the show. What Phrasekeeper is essentially a metal plate that you bang and engrave your passphrases into so you don't lose them.
That's right.
Martin, how did you come up with this idea?
It's the idea isn't quite new, but I didn't know about any sort of these. So it was like I bought my first Ledger Nano S, the hardware wallet. Mm-hmm. And when you first initialize it, you will get a passphrase. So which is basically the only thing, to back up your coins, which are on the wallets inside of the ledger. And you will get a cardboard card to write this passphrase down. And as I wrote it down, I thought, This is not the ideal solution for it.
This is not the most secure.
No, it wasn't giving me a good, warm, and safe feeling. So I thought, it should be something out there where, which can make it better. And
you mean there can be a better solution than storing them on an oily piece of paper that you hang by the fireplace near the candles?
Yeah, that's right. So because, there are so many stories out there, or so many posts out there in social media and stuff like that. People who are asking for help. I lost my ledger and I didn't wrote down the passphrase. Can you help me get access to it again? And there is no one in the world which could possibly do that. So no one can help you get access to this thing if you lose your passphrase.
So if I buy a Phrasekeeper,
mm-hmm.
What am I buying? Am I buying a sheet of metal? Do you engrave it or do I engrave it?
No,
how does it work?
Oh my God, no. There are solutions where you just send them your passphrase.
The best way, the most secure way.
Yeah.
Here, take my passphrase. Please engrave it for me.
All right, yeah. It's just $10 and shipping is for free.
Heck, I'll pay $10 to engrave it for you.
Yeah. The Phrasekeeper itself is consisting of two plates made of 99% copper, and you get a punching letter set within the set, and so you yourself, not someone else, just you are punching those letters, those passphrases into the copper plate.
And so you get the copper plate, you get the punch tools, you punch the passphrase in. What is the best way to manage it afterwards? Because then you have your passphrase, hanging on a wall in a frame for hey everyone, look at this beautiful piece of art.
Yeah, exactly. There were people who came to me and said, "Oh, that looks pretty nice. I guess I would hang it up on the wall or something." And I was like, "No, that's really the wrong way. No, you should just put it somewhere safe. I guess you should handle it like if you would handle it with gold or something, or silver. If you don't have it in the bank, but you have it at home, then you should handle this exactly the same way as gold or silver or other things that are worth much.
So what do you do with yours? I guess a safe indoors, or do you prefer trusting a bank like a safety deposit box?
The problem with banks is that you have to buy an insurance because they don't know what is um,
The box, yeah.
in the box. Yeah, and so you have to buy an extra insurance, and yeah, then you can like insure it uh, for 100,000 euros or something or dollars. But if the coins inside of this over time maybe pass over these 100k, then you would have a problem if that thing gets stolen. So that's not the really best idea. I have mine. Well,
Yeah, where exactly, Martin? Let me draw me a
go
map.
through the first door, turn left, and then
Gotcha.
so yeah, you have to find somewhere a cool and good spot where to hide it. That could be that could be anywhere. It could be in a pond in your garden. It could be I don't know, in the oven in or somewhere. You could also buy many of these, like 2 or 3, and hide them on different places, like at your parents' home or somewhere where they don't know
So,
what or where it is.
pay no attention to my poetry,
Yeah.
mother. I'll just leave this here. So why copper? Why not something like steel or gold while we're at it? Why?
Yeah. That's a good question. At first, my first prototypes were made of aluminium. The problem was, after I did the fire test, aluminium isn't that good for a house fire. So aluminium has a melting point of, I guess, 600 degrees Celsius. I don't know which Fahrenheit it is. But that's not.
I'm Canadian.
That's
I
not
don't know
enough.
Fahrenheit either. So,
Yeah. All right. Perfect. Google it. Yeah. So aluminium has about like 600 or 700 degrees, and the usual temperature of a house fire is like 600 or 700 degrees Celsius. So that wouldn't be great. Copper has a melting point of 1083 degrees Celsius, and that's like 80 degrees over the maximum. So if a house fire is burning uncontrolled, like for 6, 7, 8 hours or something, it could reach up to 1,000 degrees Celsius.
So, well, that sounds like it would withstand the house fire. Maybe not a
If you
volcanic
want to
eruption or something. But
if you want to store it in an industry oven or in a volcano, then maybe that's not the best.
not the best solution. Okay, well, I'll avoid that.
But the thing is, that was the one reason, and the second was many competitors do it with stainless steel. But the problem with stainless steel is if you want to punch with punch letters stuff in it, you would need a really big and heavy hammer and like a workbench or an anvil, and that's nothing everyone has at home. I heard not even everyone has a hammer. So.
You mean you don't keep your anvil in your apartment in downtown Hamburg? I know that I love to wake my neighbors up first thing in the morning with my blacksmithery when I shoe my horses.
Guys, I'm just creating my sword.
Don't mind me. My chainmail. I'm LARPing next weekend. So, Martin, the thing is with with passphrases, like key management is a big issue for the industry, and it's one thing that gets talked a lot about when we talk about adoption of cryptocurrencies, because if your grandparents are using Bitcoin, or they have Ethereum, if they put in, say, $50,000, they put their house money in there, and they don't even know how to download or the wallet or fix their VCR, then it's going to be
another browser.
Or another browser. I'll just use Internet Explorer. Key management.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest challenges to adoption of cryptocurrency. If my grandmother or grandfather, mom and pop are trying to use Bitcoin, they often don't know how to restart their computer properly, let alone download a Bitcoin wallet or go on an exchange. And then managing the keys is even worse. If they've got $50,000 worth of cryptocurrency, they run the risk of losing it. How can things like Phrasekeeper and other innovations for key management help with adoption?
Yeah, that's a critical and a difficult question, because I don't think this whole topic will lead us to a point where everyone can handle their keys for their wallets or something. But the thing is, I guess we are entering a stage or a time where many more people are at least hearing about Bitcoin, maybe even slightly know what it is, and there we have to tackle some difficulties, because if my grandmother is going to open up a wallet or something, she maybe isn't able to or will not back up this key. So I guess the first thing we have to do is to ensure that people know that this key, this passphrase, is really, really important.
I imagine someone like my grandmother would be the more likely person to use someone else's engraving service. Send away, get it engraved.
Yeah. I mean, these services they exist, and I guess they do have some offers.
Man.
I mean, there was even a Kickstarter campaign. It was canceled, I guess, from Kickstarter itself, because they said nope, because the product was like, you give us some money and we engrave your key and then send it to you.
I can't believe that some people actually fall for that.
Yeah,
but
the problem is that they don't know. They don't know what this key is, what it does, and I guess you really only feel the pain if you really lost a key, and then I guess many years later, this what the coins which were on this wallet behind the key are like worth thousands, hundred thousands, millions of dollars. And then you will feel the pain.
And as as someone who has been in the crypto scene for a while now, we sort of take this for granted. But it's funny, as we joke about this, it's like, if you're new and you're not aware of how this thing works, and you're used to trusting financial institutions and that sort of thing, then it would not be implicitly obvious that that this was so important, because it's a very different way of handling money.
Yeah.
But speaking of Kickstarters, I understand that you're doing one.
Yeah, sure. I'll do a Kickstarter campaign, or the Kickstarter campaign to basically to have a look if people are interested in the product, and it will go live on 1st of November this year.
That sounds very exciting. We'll have a link to it in the description. Thank you very much, Martin, for coming on the show, and I wish you best of luck in your Kickstarter.
Thank you.